Hey guys, it's Sonelias and welcome back to another game here of Hearts of Iron number 4. Let's load in the last escaped game, which we're playing as Germany in the first quarter of 1941. Just the first quarter, I'm saying. Yes, as you can see, we still got a few things we have to do here. Mauser, we can basically upgrade to yet another tier. What do we want to do? Soft attack boost. The production efficiency gain is reduced by 5%, but soft attack is boosted, breakthroughs boosted. I think that's quite effective to have. Did we make a choice down here already? Soft attack and breakthrough versus piercing and heart attack. Actually, I'm going to go for this one. Huh. Not sure what the maximum level is that we can get. As you can see, we can choose a particular booster here. All military industrial organization equipment, whether that's from this one or another one, it doesn't matter. Experimental development team. Ruthless contracts. Okay. I think we're good for the moment. We can choose, of course, still to invite these guys here in the east. What did we just do last time? We basically had a victory here. But it wasn't too successful as of yet. So what can we do here? I can't do any of these down here yet. Unfortunately. I can dismantle the Czechoslovakian forts. Well, why would I put points in that? What's the use? Do I get the resources back? No. So in that sense, it doesn't make much sense. So these guys, they're all pushing here. These guys, they're moving down here. Because, of course, we're fighting here with the Lithuanians and Latvians. Okay, we're going to try to do this little maneuver here. We've of course got troops, etc. here that basically are just recovering their organization. Might be effective to push that into there.
Angetreten. Achtung.
If I can cut them off here, that would be amazing.
Angetreten. Alright. Angetreten.
Okay.
Alright.
House. Okie dokie. Up in the north, we see they're having success as well. They reached a bit of a stalemate, it looks like, which I guess can happen. What do we have happening up here? Not much. We're going to push deeper into their territory. As you can see, we're quite successful here. 99%. That's pretty much a done job. Let's just focus on what we got here. Can cut them off there, that'd be great. Creates a bit of a pocket there. Our manpower situation, yeah, it's for the moment it's manageable. What we do need to basically get is we need to get, of course, more of this beautiful bits down here, because if we go down the right path, we can actually increase our recruitable population here. Can we do that on the right side as well, or is that only on the left side? It looks to be only on the left side, where we can get nice additional percentages. So that's an extra 2%, that's an extra 3%, and that's another... no, it's just these two. So an extra 5% we could potentially get versus our current 5%. So So we can pretty much double our recruitable population, which is,
Achtung!
of course, a nice thing to see.
Ausrücken! Achtung! Angetreten!
Okay, let's cut them off from the railway there.
Angetreten! Ausrücken! Bereit! Ausrücken!
Marvelous. It's all going nicely here. And Lithuania has surrendered, as was to be expected. We got 50% of their stockpile. So we were able to push this up to the next tier, which was long overdue. And probably I should do something like this. I probably want to actually get this one researched. Production cost is significantly reduced. That makes it a bit cheaper to basically produce those individual items. These guys, they are gonna roll, of course, into that nation there. And from there, we're actually gonna push them into that lovely territory there as well. Then we've got these guys here, if I'm not mistaken. These guys here that can go back to their border here. Nope. Hold on. Okay, I need to spread them over a longer chain, which is a bit of a pity.
Bereit!
Alright, these guys here, I need to basically move them away from there, I guess. I will have to position these guys not where we got them now. I'm actually going to set them to be prepared for a drop. Where can we drop them from? I need to have an airfield to do that from, I would imagine. Okay.
Achtung!
Let's do that again. We're going to go to the airfield in question. We're going to set them to drop over here. Is there a paratrooper drop option here? To be honest, actually, I haven't actually done any paratrooper drops recently at all. Okay, let's keep an eye on what's going on here.
Bereit!
We can support that engagement there nicely. French troops are operating here as well, as you can see.
Angetreten!
So did I... We're doing nicely here. We're basically holding the line here. They keep on trying to attack, but because we're properly entrenched, they're not getting anywhere. We've got a tiny little bit of a pocket here. Tiny. Not really doing much as such. But that's pretty much static there. It's probably the best the way to say it. This at the moment is growing at a steady pace. We can, as you can see, invite the same parties still. In terms of the naval doctrine, we're working on something there, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, trade interdiction, that makes that cheaper. Okay. If we look at the actual war itself, the French alliance, so the Icelandic defense zone. Okay. So Iceland is still a free nation. Sorry, they're allied with them, but they're not at war with us. I'm not quite sure how that works. But okay. So, what are we going to do? We're still pushing, as you can see, in various different places.
Befehle.
Which I think is fine for now.
Achtung. Angetreten.
Okay.
Angetreten. Achtung.
Okay.
Angetreten. Angetreten. Befehle. Angetreten. Achtung. Bereit.
Okay, these are moving as well.
Achtung.
Let's have a quick look at the actual infrastructure that we got in place here. That is being fixed, as we can see here already. I'm not quite sure what the level of these is. It's going to take a little bit of time here. Zaman. Pounds. Just checking if there's anything here that I need to prioritize. I don't see anything that needs prioritization. So we're just going to let it run its course here for now. As you can see, we're building additional factories still. It's not something that's become static as such.
Achtung. Achtung.
Okay.
Befehle.
Where on earth do you think you're going? Okay.
Bereit. Unter Beschuss. Ausrücken. Bereit.
Okay.
Ausrücken. Bereit.
Why does it say no divisions here? Don't tell me they're all assigned to the other front there. That would suck big time.
Achtung. Achtung. Suchen Deckung. Achtung. Ausrücken.
Okay.
Achtung.
Yeah, that's all progressing nicely.
Befehle. Angetreten.
Okay.
Angetreten. Suchen Deckung.
Yes, that's fine. Norway has capitulated. There's the last bits that we basically got here that are basically been taken. What is this? This is basically Estonian. Okay.
Befehle.
So this army is now ready to basically deploy along the borders here, if I were to tell them to deploy. Alright, then we got these guys here.
Befehle.
These guys here is Van Manstein. Then let's take this one here. Just change that allocation slightly. Hold on, from Manstein. There we go.
Bereit.
And of course I have to assign them to there as well, which is a bit of an odd one to some extent, but okay.
Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Bereit.
And these guys are part of... What are they part of? They're the green.
Angetreten.
Ah, they're over as part of this army here. Could I ship them to another border? I presumably can. That's formally for the Dutch border.
Bereit.
Okay, all of these troops are repositioning. Here we are fighting our way through all of this.
Bereit. Angetreten.
Okay.
Ausrücken.
Let's not let that happen.
Angetreten. Bereit.
Okay, we will be dealing with everything we can here.
Achtung.
Okay.
Angetreten.
See all of these engagements here. They won't take that long anymore.
Bereit.
Yep. Just getting those last little bits that are still encircled here. Just to make sure that the enemy doesn't spawn anything here. We'll get there though. So if I basically have done that, and I look at this fleet here, I don't necessarily need to operate anything in there anymore, do I? No, because that's all in our hands already. And it really becomes a matter of saying, well, let's carry on with those convoy raiding bits. And let's expand this to be out here as well. Okay, and of course here we got a substantial fleet as such. These all go to there. Hold on. These go to there. These guys, they will be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the rest goes into here. Docked in the Greater London area. Okay, so this entire set of fleets. Again, I don't need to operate there anymore. We're all good. Now we basically can operate in these different regions here. British Channel, over here, and over here. So intercepting the various different fleets, convoys, task forces, etc., etc. Invites still available for the same parties as before. Hasn't changed anything.
Ausrücken. Befehle. Ausrücken.
Okay.
Bereit.
So where is the other guy? Did he come down here as well, or did he go elsewhere? still trying to do the same thing time and time again, aren't they? Okay, Air Force-wise, we have got operations up here. German Romania, German Hungary, okay. That should be finalized shortly anyway, so all is good.
Befehle? Bereit. Bereit.
Okay, let's reinforce that.
Getreten. Achtung.
Okie dokie. Air superiority on our side. The fortification actually works against them, but it also works against them, it looks like. Okie, come on.
Angetreten.
Shouldn't be too hard now, should it? Where are they reinforcing that from? If they basically got a reserve here, it must come from somewhere. And if it's only a single square, then... okay. Never mind. Portuguese lost the convoy, okay. Lisbon. Veterans, okay, nice.
Bereit.
All of this is on a route now. There was a bit of German territory here earlier. That's now gone. These guys are properly in our faction. They're also fighting the same parties as we are fighting here, which is fine. Properly hunky-dory, I would say. So in this overall fight, we contributed 59,000. Land combat damage. Destroyed enemy planes. Destroyed enemy planes, they've got none. None. Okay, so we got Iceland, but they're not really fighting. They're not engaged in the war. France is. Wow, they've destroyed a lot of planes, as you can see. Okay.
Bereit. Ausrücken. Befehle?
Alright, we stand at a good percentage. Latvia has now surrendered. Weapons go our way and other supplies go our way as well. Nice. So what do we get here? Ah, hold on. Before we say yes to that,
Befehle?
these guys, I'd like to move them to the border here as well. So Greater Hungary, yes you can. No qualms with that whatsoever. That kind of is like a stab in the back, I guess. That's how we could describe it to some extent. In actual fact, I'll keep that off there for just a moment.
Achtung.
So these guys, they're moving south.
Bereit.
These guys, they are coming back to this border here, which is perfect.
Angetreten.
These guys, they are manning the border here with Poland. For now, let them man the full border, even though I just don't have enough troops.
Achtung.
That is something we will be working on. Okay, Mr. Ernst. I've given you 21 units orders, that's fine. So where is my other tank division? Not this one, it's this one, isn't it? Why don't I change the color to something bright? Like bright green. Okie dokie. Let's get those units to move first. The Poles, they are really not nice, are they? They got a very low opinion of us, and unfortunately they are guaranteed by the British, which is somewhat surprising. What's our logistic situation like? We need additional support equipment. Okay, fine. Infantry weapons, that shortage has been reduced substantially already. And it's being reduced further as time progresses. Fighter-wise, we are a lot better than we were before. We're basically working with the very, very latest model there. We got a few that are being produced weekly now. So that's good. Close air support. We do have a slight surplus there. We're not producing anything of that at the moment, which is, I guess, fine. We do need a heck of a lot more tanks, though, as you can see. Why am I still producing a Panzer IIA? Is that the best design we got? I'm not sure. So the Panzer IIA. Improved light tank chassis. Improved light tank chassis. Yes, okay. Well, it's the best that we had at the time. Ah, I need a different turret. Is that it? So at the moment we got a 2-man turret. Ah, if I switch to a 3-man turret from a 2-man turret. Does that allow me to put a bigger gun on there? It should do. So our current gun is the improved small cannon. I guess that's kind of what we already had. Can of course improve our radio. Reliability was boosted with this, which is fine. Diesel. Welded armor. Yes, I increased the cost. I'm aware of that. We put some sloped armor on there as well. I know there's a slight additional cost for that. Stabilizers give me additional breakthrough. I don't want to do that. Squeeze bore adapter. A special adapter at the end of the gun, lowering diameter of the barrel and squeezing a shell down a smaller caliber. Increasing velocity, okay. Smoke launchers, which gives me additional defense as well as breakthrough. Defense at the moment stands at what? There, 5. It goes up by, hold on, it's 5.4 and it goes up by a substantial amount. Okay, so let's go for the B versions here. Yes, I know it's a bit of a change, but I think it's something we do need to do. Any new parties that we can invite? No, there are not. I need to get those troops on the line first before anything else. Atomic research was finished. That is pretty darn good. Advanced radios, okay, 1941. No, I don't want any expeditionary force. I'd like you to join in the fighting properly. Expeditionary force, I always think, are somewhat of an issue in some regards. Okay, so can I ask them for extra troops or to man the garrisons? No. We can actually request a land lease, of course. Let's not ask them for that. Hold on, I do want to request a land lease. But I'd like to get infantry equipment. No, they're not willing to do that. Trains, not going to happen. Trucks, not going to happen. Okay, so that's not going to happen with these guys. Request land lease. Weapons, yes, they're willing to give me weapons. Trucks, I can forget about. Support equipment is, of course, an option. Trains is not an option. Fighters is not an option. Okay. A one-off contribution. Okay, that's fine. What have we got here? Oh, interesting. We still see there are some Swedes here. Visby is the capital there. Okay, these guys are good for now. If I speak to Greater Hungary, would they be willing to give me a land lease? These guys request land lease. Weapons, no. Support equipment, no. Tanks, no. So what are you willing to do? Okay, forget about that then. So is that the troops from up north that have already come down? It looks like. It does certainly look like. Okay, Doki.
Achtung! Angetreten!
I'll let them recover firstly. If I look at the movement of supplies, yeah, it can do with some improvement. I fully agree with you there. It's still the same party we can invite. I don't want to do that now. Ace pilot promoted, nice. We're trying to boost our war support because that's basically currently detrimentally affecting some of the other stats. Is that a motorized army? It is motorized army. Why is that such a lengthy bit that I basically spread them over? I'm not sure. Sorry, are these the same or they're different? These guys, let me just make clear that these guys are pinkies. Ah, they are different from the greenies.
Angetreten. Bereit. Angetreten.
Okay.
Bereit.
That does actually mean we can make this slightly longer. With that teeny bit of overlap, that should make that far more thorough. Where are they pulling their troops in from? They're pulling them up from here, isn't it? Interesting. Because that means they'll have less troops here. We can, of course, exploit that nicely. Okay.
Bereit. Bereit.
Okay, these guys are on the Polish border.
Bereit.
These guys are here.
Bereit. Angetreten.
That's fine.
Achtung.
These guys, I really need to get you to... Can I set you to defend a tiny bit? Yeah, I know you're not going to be flying anything from there. I'm aware of that.
Befehle. Angetreten. Angetreten. Befehle.
Okay, that's down here. That's rather synonymous with some of the other bits that we see here.
Angetreten. Angetreten.
Okay.
Befehle. Angetreten.
That should be a make. If I basically can get rid of that little bulge here, it makes more troops available on the remainder of the front. Okay, let's have a look at our Air Force. We got, of course, close air support units here. That's a fighter. He's operating there. These are close air support operating in Western Germany. Why are you operating in Western Germany? Because, of course, there's absolutely nothing for you to do there, which means that this is not working. And, of course, we got these guys here as well. He's in the Rhineland at the moment. I'll reposition you to here. Should be able to set you to fly over that region here. Production wise, I need to produce more tanks, so I'm going to set this in terms of numbers of units there. That's slowly reducing. This is still a massive amount, and I really need to do something about that.
Bereit. Ausrücken. 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 Befehle. Angetreten. Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Okay.
Ausrücken. Zeigt es ihnen.
You guys have decided not to join in the war, which is fine. It does just mean that certain things will do differently. 1941. Who we're going to leverage for this new design? I guess Henschel still. Let's carry on with Henschel as we were doing earlier. We lost some submarines. Okay, we have not Lost anything there. All the convoy raiding is going nicely, which is perfect.
Bereit.
Let's help them push through here.
Bereit.
Eastern border.
Achtung.
Eastern border.
Achtung. Achtung.
Western border.
Achtung. Angetreten. Bereit.
It's no longer Russian, it's like operational. I'm just making it up at the moment in terms of namings, but yeah, okay.
Greif weiter an. Greif weiter an.
Okay. And they're attacking us as well, which is fine.
Bereit. Befehle.
Kinda is to be expected there.
Achtung. Angetreten.
We've got lots in reserve, as you can see here. Okay. Poland is still a bit of a thorn in the side, isn't it? Okay, so these guys... Oh, they didn't even reposition themselves, but that's fine. So what's the consequence of that now? So here, in this particular faction, of what's called the 4th International, Canada is now the faction leader. Who controls... Ah, that's actually me that controls that. Interesting. And the British are actually still fighting here as well, interestingly enough. And who controls that? That's Norway. And that's Denmark? Wow. Interesting. Okay, let's push into there.
Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
Oh, nice. We're pushing them back properly. That's almost one, isn't it? It's less than a day, it says. That drops really substantially, as you can see.
Ausrücken!
There's Camicenere, which are like the black shirts, which are like the SS of them, basically is what it comes down to. Or their equivalent to the SS. Is that probably a good analysis? I guess so. Nice, we're taking down Italian stuff here. Portuguese stuff there. The Spanish are here, and they're actually fighting against the French as well. These are Romanian units. Most of our progress is really being made down here. Can I buy more tanks? Let's buy those. for a war light design. Happy to take that. Basic medium tank. Well, any medium tank is at the moment welcome versus what it is we've got. Fighters though. Nothing major it looks like. Infantry equipment, our shortage is reducing. That's perfect. Total artillery, we can of course import that. That's not a problem. Support equipment, we always can use more. Okay. So if I'm able to push them back properly, that ought to allow me to create a second front here. At least I split off this part, and hopefully I'll be able to isolate part of the armies there. This is Albania. They've basically been made into a protectorate. It's the same party still. How are they doing, by the way? Yeah, hold on. The Communist Chinese? Really? Okay, interesting. Union of Soviet States. Okay.
Angetreten. Befehle. Bereit. Ausrücken. Befehle. Angetreten.
Push. Okay.
Achtung! Befehle. Ausrücken. Angetreten.
Standard 82 now. Yes. We're doing it from yet even more sides that we're attacking you. Why is the width only 60? That makes so little sense to me though. So it makes sense. Okay, so what can we do in the meantime? We got another promotion of a pilot, which is marvelous. Stuff is coming through here nicely as well. From so many different nations as well. All right, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to call it a day here. It's not been the lengthiest episode, but it's a good amount of time. We've been able to, of course, secure things here. We basically got our own bit of territory here now, which which is great, but we're going to take it to the next level, of course. Try to push here into Yugoslavia once again to, of course, re-secure items there. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next one. In the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.